Into the pot you go, little pieces of lamb. Once you were jumping around a field, now you're in my pan. So, welcome to my kitchen. This is where I keep pizza boxes and pretty much nothing else happens. To clarify, it's not that I'm bad at cooking per se, it's just a thing I don't enjoy doing. I kind of see it as a futile endeavor. Yes, I know you eat stuff. There are things I do that other people don't enjoy, like bedazzling cushions or making a little house for Chewie. And I appreciate that cooking feeds you, so it has more purpose to it. But for me, I just like to shove a thing in the oven and go. And that's almost too complicated in and of itself. However, today I'm going to do it for your viewing pleasure because that's what you wanted to see me do. And I gotta ask, why do you hate me?
Cooking with Irish girl who hates cooking.
You might see that again a few more times because it was hard. Oh god, enough stalling, let's get on with the cooking. Yay, here's me shopping for some of the items. Okay, so the first thing I have to get is new potatoes. And all I'm seeing is baby potatoes. But they're in a bag, so I'm gonna guess they're new. They're onions, so they're onions. To say what's that? Large onions. Are they large? I've literally been wandering around for about 20 minutes trying to find a turnip. As you can see, a lot of things could potentially go wrong, which makes this super exciting. The thing that could really mess us up here is actually a bit I didn't get on camera. I went into the butcher and the butcher told me that 1.5 kilograms of lamb is way too much lamb. So basically we've had to make everything more small and I don't like doing maths, so we're just gonna feel our way through the recipe, which makes me feel super chefy. And it says the first thing I have to do is remove the meat from the bone, trim off all the fat and cut into cube and keep the bone. Okay, here's the thing you don't know about me. I hate to touch raw meat and that's a large part of why I hate cooking. So this is gonna be a blast. Remove the meat from the bone, trim off all the fat. Do I just cut it off? Poor little lamb. Dear vegetarians, I'm aware I am a hypocrite because I like eating meat, but I don't like cooking meat. I like to pretend that it's a whole different thing when I'm eating it. I don't think about beef or lamb chops sing along. As you can see, I'm cleverly avoiding touching the actual meat by using a knife and fork device. These come from not cave people. Oh, I'm sorry. I am genuinely sorry for fussing, but we all have a thing. It'll be okay. Okay, I feel like I've satisfactorily done that to an extent. My ancestors would be proud. Cover with cold salted water, bring to the boil, drain and rinse the lamb. Do I put them in the pot now? Wait, cover with cold salted water, bring to the boil. Okay. Into the pot you go, little pieces of lamb. Once you were jumping around a field, now you're in my pan. It doesn't actually say how much water, but I'm just gonna cover it. And I only have reduced sodium salt, so that's gonna have to do. Then we shake it. And we'll put it on the boil. I have made file. Off you go. This is the weighty part of cooking that's kind of boring. I find it good to bring a snack. I feel like it's going okay so far. Next we have to drain and rinse the lamb. Drain and rinse the lamb. As I'm going to do this, I realised that at the beginning I said I'm not a bad cook. This is like a graveyard for things that I've ruined while cooking. But I blame this one on a gas stove. I equally blame this one on a gas stove. Next up, we have to add our bouquet of herbs. Heads up, this is where she makes a major fatal flaw. Duh. And this is my little potted plant. I like to call it Seamus. It hasn't given us too clear instructions, so I'm just gonna feck a load of stuff in. Throw everything else into the pan except the potato and parsley. Finally chop everything. Let it simmer for an hour. An hour? That seems like a really long time. Dice the cabbage. What is dicing? I could Google dicing. I'm just gonna make it really little. I'm gonna just like cut it into lines. Poor onions. They never had a chance. I've actually got bite. Ow. I feel like for somebody who has little to no experience or knowledge of what they're doing, I'm doing an okay job. I mean, it looks like food. I'm starting to feel like an actual cook. Like, that looks good. Okay, so I know my mother had a potato peeling device, which would make this a lot easier, I'm gonna anticipate, but I don't have one, so how many of you are staying tuned to see if I cut my finger open? There's a strong possibility. I can hear you.
Cut with the knife away from your fingers.
But I don't want to. Okay, so we're on the last bit. I've put the cabbage in, and now I have to add horseradish and parsley. Are you excited? I'm not. We're relatively done. I need a taste tester, so I decided to pick a man of few words, but the few words are honest. He's hot. You know him. It's Hot Gary.
Yeah. I do like it.
In a burnt way.
Like, I don't like the black bits. I don't like the branches. But everything else is delicious.
I'm on my way! Don't say we didn't try. Enjoy.
It's a good first effort.
Thanks. I'm gonna do some patron shoutouts. The first patron we have to thank is Brian Linton. This is Brian. Brian is one of my most active supporters, and he recently shared a funny story about his 6-year-old nephew who has taken ownership of his Diane and Chewie coffee cup, whilst his niece promptly decided his t-shirt with the cute doggy made for a lovely nightgown. Whatever works for you, bee. Next up is our pal Peter Lieffers. Peter has some great ideas for the Texas trip. Most of them involve me being in some element of danger or being under duress, but he thinks I should try the steak challenge when I get to Texas, which involves eating a 72-ounce steak. I am game, but did you see my Independence Day hot dog fail, Peter? I'm going to do 4 for 4 to do all that. What? He also wants me to do a Black Friday video. What do you guys think about that idea? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And last but not least is our pal Jason. Jason is an avid supporter over on Patreon, and he kindly wants to use his Patreon platform this month to highlight the great work the Red Cross are doing at redcross.org. The guys recently did a lot to assist people with the flood damage in North Carolina, and Jason would love if you could go over and check it out for yourselves. Thanks, guys! You helped pay for the burnt stew. Gary, you're still eating it, so it can't be that bad.
No, I'm not picky, you know.
You don't upset.
Yeah, like, you put a lot of time and effort and love into it, and I can taste the love. The love is very nice.
Okay, cool. Bye. Is it not good? Tell me the truth.
Now I'm just pulling out the whatever this is. I don't know if am I supposed to eat the branches?
I don't know. I don't know what they are. These things.
They don't taste that edible. Oops, sorry.
What a disaster. But will I pick all these bits out?
If you like, I don't mind. I can eat it around it.
I feel like I've gone from Irish girl to Irish woman in this video.
Yeah. Or maybe you're like not a girl but not yet a woman, you know?
Maybe.
Just need time.
Oh, I'm filming.